October 10th, 1976. Ricky Layne. I'm guessing on the exact date, but I know it was 1976 to 1977, right before I left home and when I was living in Sissonville, West Virginia. I was dating two boys when I lived there. One was a gentleman and wouldn't think of touching me. He drove a flashy Firebird, and for the life of me, I can't remember his name. Unless I'm confusing him with Ricky Layne. I just don't remember which was which. I think one was Ricky and one was Randy, but I don't remember. The good boy drove a flashy Firebird, and for the life of me, I can't remember his name. I felt pretty special tooling around Charleston, West Virginia with him, though. When my mother and I got in a fight that resulted in me leaving home, it was because she was accusing him of sexual activity with me, and I was incensed that she thought that of him, but didn't admit to what I was doing with Ricky Layne. Ricky was James Dean incarnate, the ultimate bad boy. Lord, how I love bad boys. He drove a snowplow for a living, and a beat-up pickup, and an old car where we would have sex in the back seat every chance we got. Ricky had trouble with booze and drugs, though, and one night he called me to say he had purposely overdosed and was just calling to say goodbye. He was so delirious that I couldn't get him to tell me where he lived. I had never been there, and I didn't have the slightest idea where that was. I tried calling him back, hoping to wake his parents, but he had left the phone off the hook. It was in the middle of the night, and there was a terrible lightning storm. It was freezing cold and pouring rain, but I sneaked out of the house and I let my intuition guide me. I ran down the road for a while, and then I cut through the meadows and the woods. I could only see by the light of the flashes of lightning. I was crying and yelling out his name. I raised the attention of some people along the way, but no one knew where he lived, so I kept running. I run a lot, so that part wasn't hard, but doing it in the dark and over rough terrain was. I'm really good at finding people and things just by listening to that little voice in my head. Turn here, look over there, stop and take the overview like I'm flying over the scene. I finally ended up in front of a little shack, and there was Ricky passed out on the front porch. I screamed for his parents, and they took him to the hospital to have his stomach pumped after I told them what he had done. I wonder if he's still alive today.